Oh, say does.
There you go again. Putting on your.
And Richard, for players that are off to a slow start to their season, what do they have to do to get rolling?
Yeah, your confidence can really take a hit with a bad set of games early on, but it's important. It's just a start of your season. It is a long season, so if you have a bad stretch, you just got to keep grinding, keep working, doing all the things that you know are right.
And not lose sight of your objective and staying in your lane, right?
Yeah, it's such a long season. If you have a bad 10, 15 games, that is nothing over the course of a season.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Winslow. And it's Henderson in at the one spot. Booker against Henderson. And George kicks to Winslow. It's Henderson on the wing. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Outside Durant. There's the triple. Rebound by Nurkic. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's George. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Now here's Durant. His last outing, he had 24 points. Back to Warren. Just 4 to shoot. The shot off that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, that huge double OT win. That's something you don't quickly forget. I love the action, the intensity, and boy, did they play some phenomenal basketball.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the night.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line. Well, when KD asked out, you knew the Nets would get a king's ransom. Perhaps the biggest star trade we've seen in decades. But with KD on this team, they are right in the thick of it as far as contending.
And here is Beal following Jeremy Grant's 3. Ayton the screen. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And maybe not the most explosive player in the league, but Beal has the athletic ability to finish strong at the rim.
Henderson passes to Nurkic. Here's George. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. He kicks to Ayton. Ayton a screen on George. Booker with no one around. Off target with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Henderson.
Oh, wow. Yes! And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Booker. The pass to Durant. On deep. No good. Shot missing. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. He dishes it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Smart dish by Durant, giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. George passes to Nurkic. Booker against Henderson. From 13, shot is good off the back rim and in. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And the Suns here with a different look. Eubanks, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Metu comes in for Kevin Durant. Okogie's checked in for T.J. Warren. And Lee's subbed in for Booker. Now, here's Sean. Simons with the ball. Now, here's Sharp. From outside, off the mark. Beal deciding where to go with it. Swiped away. And here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, they need to pick themselves up. I mean, physically, you give up a lot going into post-regulation play, and losing after 2 overtime periods to an inferior team, boy, that can take a toll.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Hachimura, and Hachimura stays with it.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Outside, Beal fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Beal's got 7 points.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Beal with the steal. Wide open. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Ball stolen. Lee outside. Pass to Beal. To the inside. Here's Eubanks. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Trailblazers trail by 5. Passes it to Simons. Here's Highland. Looking to end the run. And he's good on the 3-ball. Highland's got his second bucket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Suns. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break.
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. They've been sharp so far, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Grant is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Winslow, then it's Paul George, and it's Henderson in at the 1. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Left side, Grant. Winslow, the pass to George. Over Lee. And that one's good, George.
Oh, silky little mid-range there from George. He can really make his shot work from almost anywhere.
Outside Durant. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The Trey. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
So fluid pulling up to shoot. Durant's range is one of the biggest strengths of his game.
Pass to Winslow. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And that one's good, George.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 25-point game against Portland. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Andre Ayton's checked in for Phoenix. T.J. Warren comes in for Kevin Durant. And a switch here also for Portland. Nurkic is checked in. Lee finds Warren. 6 on the shot clock. Over Winslow. And the Suns miss again. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. The game now all time.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Lee dishes to Booker. Ayton a screen on Henderson. Booker the pass to Ayton. Over in the corner, Warren. Ayton sets the pick for Warren. Shoots over Nurkic. Warren, good. Warren's got 5 now.
Showing some assertiveness inside. Warren knows you can't beat the defense if you play scared.
Grant kicks to George. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Here's Medu. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Beal. A rebound by Simon.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And it's George finishing it off.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Booker looking around. Now the pass to Beal. Ayton a screen from past the arc. The Trailblazers pull it in. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
Yeah, that huge double OT win. That's something you don't quickly forget. I love the action, the intensity, and boy, did they play some phenomenal basketball.
And it's the Suns with the ball. 6-point game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Beal the pass to Booker. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
Okogie's checked in for Warren. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Hayes, he's checked in for Nurkic. Hachimura comes in for Grant. And it's Sharp in for George.
And all the talent in the world. That's what made Sharp the 7th overall pick in a fairly deep draft.
Durant's checked in for Phoenix.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Now here's Booker. Launches a 3. Wow. Drew the contact in that, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. It triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Taking 3 shots.
Previous play is under review.
That it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
and you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And he nails the third. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Blake, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
Hachimura hits them both. Suns trail by 5. And Beal kicks to KD. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts take over, helping him find a path to that difficult shot.
Highland passes to Sharp. And good off the lead pass that time. Sharp's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Durant wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 5. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Highland from the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And so it's Portland going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And for that game against the 76ers, man, I think it's fair to expect that this will be a close one, man. The talent level on each side is pretty similar. I wouldn't be surprised if this came down to a buzzer.
Now let's talk about our game tonight. A nightmare of a first half for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, it's never fun when you're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could sustain this kind of shooting.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close. And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Andre Ayton out there with Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Warren, and it's Beal in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Again, the miss by KD.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
George. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Ayton. Henderson against Booker. Pass to Ayton. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Ayton a screen on George. Here's Beal. Great D that time from Nurkic.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The 3 from George. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Kicks it out to Grant. Passes to Winslow. On the wing, George. He's covered by Beal.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Steps back and fires. Excellent D there from George. Trailblazers leading by 12. Pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Enzo Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They're scoreless since the first half. And the Suns call their first timeout of the game. Some changes for Phoenix. Eubanks, he's checked in for Durant. Keita Bates-Diop comes in for Warren. And Lee's subbed in for Booker. Here's Beal. Takes it inside. Can't connect from short range. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Winslow with it. He's picked up by Lee. The three from George. It's hauled in by the Suns. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Lee against George. Lee passes to Beal. Lee outside. Shot clock at 6. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Bradley Beal. Now a timeout called by Portland. And Phoenix making a change here. That is checked in. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jeremy Grant.
For your Suns Youth Dance Team. Fans, that was your Suns Youth Dance Team.
Trailblazers leading by 12. In the corner, George with it. Takes the 13-footer. Portland again missing.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
Here's Meadow. Excellent D there from George.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Grant kicks to George. Shoots the three. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Grant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Beal, the pass to Bates-Diop. Back to Beal. Here's Meadow. On the wing, Lee, defended by George. Beal from long range. The shot misses.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with 6.
GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown. And his playmaking, when the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
And Phoenix making a change here. Okogie's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Hachimura, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Sharp comes in for Justice Winslow. And it's Simons in for George. And it's good, 2 points. Eubanks got his first basket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And he drives it down! Wow!
Oh, my gracious, way to get up.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. .133 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Beal. Good. Beal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is Beal at his best. He's cooking with grease, and his teammates need to keep feeding him.
And that one's good by Henderson.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Lee passes to Beal. Here's Eubanks. He's covered by Grant.
And about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback.
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Henderson against Beal. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Henderson. And again, it's Portland converting.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Beal against Henderson. And finished off by Beal.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. It'll count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Portland out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And please give a big round of applause.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Winslow is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Highland in at the point. There's the pass to Booker. And here is Warren. That three off the mark. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Highland misses. Suns trail by 19. Booker outside. Here's Ayton. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Highland passes to Winslow. Here's Highland, defended by Booker. Highland misses. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Outside Warren. With the fadeaway. And it's Ayton missing. Portland leading by 17. There's the feed to Winslow. Simons on the wing. Driving inside.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Bates Diop, the pass to KD. Looking to get it going, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Hachimura kicks to Simons. Dishes to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Down low, there's Winslow. Lays it up off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Booker with the screen for KD. Shoots over Hachimura. KD can't get it to go.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Ayton. Right side, Kevin Durant. Shoots over Hachimura. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Ayton.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Trailblazers leading by 19. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
This game is always changing, and there are fads, there are cyclical, RJ, in so many ways. Here we have the last 4 MVP winners all 6'11" or taller, when a lot of people think it's a game of 6'6", 6'7" guys.
Yes, that's true. And I'm glad that it's starting to come back. You know why? Because I had to go against Shaq and Tim Duncan and David Robinson my first 2 times in the finals. And everyone's like, you're 0-2. It's like I had to go against those Giants. I'm glad to see that Giants are back and dominating the game.
Yeah, clearly the big men are not extinct.
Nope.
Count it good.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Here's Durant. The Trailblazers pull it in. Winslow's got his 5th rebound in this one. George passes to Highland. Stolen by Warren. And it's Portland with the rebound. Winslow's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Out to the right wing. Here's Nurkic. And no good that time. And Phoenix the other way now. To the paint. And then Durant with the dunk.
And it doesn't get any easier for Durant. With his size and length, dunking just comes, pretty easy for him.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall, pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Eubanks, he's checked in for 8. Keita Bates-Diop comes in for Kevin Durant. Okogie's checked in for Warren. And it's Damian Lee in for Beal. The Suns have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
With a step back, count that bucket. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Paul George.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And George kicks to Nurkic, passes it to Highland. Nurkic, a screen on Booker. Back to Nurkic. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's good for 2.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
From deep, George. It's hauled in by the Suns. Now Booker. And here is Lee. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. Well, it looked like everybody was having fun, but it looked like you were really feeling it. Did you get into a flow out there?
I did. I got hot. I was looking for the ball, looking to make plays, and shots was falling.
I know you expect that to happen every night, and it did tonight. Thanks, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time